said that we should not open the airport as yet, and these people are directly into the tourism sector. So if they are seeing that, minister, and they know that that's their livelihood, and they are saying the survey is saying not to open as yet.
Yeah. Well, these factors have to be borne in mind, but you must bear in mind likewise that they're not something I could pick up Delta and say come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have to plan these things, so decisions have to be made so that we could get these things to,
Right.
to take place, so that it encompasses more than
I
just
know
one
overnight thing.
Exactly.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Seki.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Champeride.
Okay.
I would like just to thank you, Honorable Aragon, for doing a great job in this constituency. Thanks for the food pantry and other supplies given to the various households in this village. We appreciate it, especially during this time of crisis. Also for bringing the three-star chicken producer to the village, where villagers took the advantage by buying live chicken $1 per pound. Well, apart from that, we know he has projects for this village, and we are sure he is committed to work for the development of the Orange Rock East. So let the work continue, and great job, Minister.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla. There's a lot of work that has to be done, Checky, and I'll tell you, Carla is from Champerridge, and we have things that we want to do. We have things right now going on also, and I think we'll get to some of these things that are taking place in terms of the work that is being done in the East. I feel good that we were able to help during this period of COVID, especially when things were really tight, and things are still tight right now. Checky, but definitely we always at the East Office look at what we can do. It's not without challenges, because every food pantry where you put together costs money, and that money doesn't come from government. And not like people say, oh, government are going to give out food pantry because money for government. None at all. These monies have to come. I have to find them. It has to come from me personally and from support from the community.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning.
Morning.
The minister mentioned something a while ago with the treasury notes, right? I'm doing some research on it, and what I understand is that the treasury notes is a loan from the American government to the Belize government to boost the foreign exchange in our country, because apparently our foreign exchange is being depleted. I previously mentioned that there was a group of European economists which claimed that Belize dollar is not meeting the peg for the American exchange. Now it appears that the treasury notes that were borrowed from the American government is to boost our foreign exchange. I mean, I'm just doing some research already, I haven't finished, but it appears that's what's happening, that the loan was done to boost our foreign exchange, our peg with the American dollar. I might be wrong, I haven't done my research as yet, but as soon as I finish, probably I will voice my opinion on what I found, no? And but to me it appears that that's what happened, that our foreign exchange in the central bank are very low, so we had to get treasury notes, American treasury notes, to boost it up. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Carla. But I think you need to do your research, because one, this is not a loan from the U.S. government to the Belize government. It's nothing like that. It is an opportunity that the government has put together, where people who have U.S. dollars, check if you got money in the States, because we have a lot of people,
Yes.
businesses and other people who have money in the United States, who have a bank account in the United States and have 100,000 US there.
They don't want to bring it home, but they can't bring it to, right?
Yeah, they could never have brought that money
Yeah.
home, because Belizeans could never own or have a US bank account here in the country.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't go to a bank and say, I want to open a US account. That could never happen, right? Because the
So
laws
you
did not
can't
permit it.
save US money
No,
in the
you
bank?
can't. A Belizean cannot do that.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you have the offshore sector that catered a lot of bringing to people for bringing their monies and save it offshore accounts and all of these things, which is another discussion all on its own. So what? So you have a lot of people who have monies out there, Belizeans who might have. Now I don't say every Belizean, of course, but there can be people who have businesses, etc., and people who might have been out there for a long time working and have all their savings there. But these monies are not this foreign currency is sitting in a bank account in the U.S. But you're a Belizean, but you could never bring your money because you never had opportunity to open a U.S. account. What is happening? The government is saying, listen, with this treasury note, we are going to allow people to bring in that money. You can go open an account once you clear
A US account.
Bank, one U.S. account. You could bring and deposit at least 50,000 at the minimum. I think I don't know what all the measures are in terms of the amount at central bank. You could bring in this US, put it there, and once you put it there, government will repay you 6.5% interest. So if you want to call it one loan, that like one little loan I get from check, but you bring your money, and in a 5 years time, 3, 4, 5 years time, so you want to get your interest at 6.5%.
So it's not from the American government.
No, not from the American government. That is totally
And this is not a
false.
loan either, right?
No, well,
It's almost like a loan, but it's like a commitment.
How you look on it, like
Yeah.
borrowed money. Well, I make you can put your money here, which we could use, and you will get your interest back. The thing is that the U.S. You will be able to keep that U.S. account after that. So you have got access to U.S. dollars. They can be your money, but they can be in a U.S.
So when you go
So
back
instead
and the
of
time
keep it out
come,
there, it comes here.
so when time come back that you ready, let's say your term of deposit comes to an end, you can withdraw
Of
US
course,
dollars.
Yes, you can withdraw money. It's a U.S. account.
Okay.
Your interest will be paid, and apart from that, Checky, you have a lot of people out there, not only Belizeans, not every Belizean got money, but you have a lot of people out there who have foreign currency, which is the United States dollar, sitting there, and what? They put it a bank here and then they make 1.5% interest. So this is an incentive for them to bring their US dollars and set it down here, which will give the government that US currency that is needed in terms of for businesses, etc., to run right now. Because the US revenue in terms of US dollars not coming in because of the foreign exchange in terms of the American tourists not coming and spending the US dollar. Of course, all of this comes with businesses that come in and bring the foreign investments and these things, So this is a way to try to get that US currency into Belize. And I don't think it has much to do, and I don't know economists, so I can't say with a formation that this is the case, but definitely our US, the Belize dollar to the US is strong.
Yeah.
Right? Our reserves in there is there. But of course you can say, well, I've depleted to zero, and then, you have to have a plan for that not to happen. And of course you might have $50,000 the bank put up. Might touch it. You're going to take one loan. Why? Because that is what you have, your reserve, and
that's growing.
You're growing. So, so these are the way it is looked at, and I think that the U.S. dollar note, I can't tell you what will be, how this will work out. I guess only time will tell. But I think, this is a creative way for us to try to get that foreign currency right now, so that business economy in terms of importation and that the U.S. dollar can be there. Likewise, when you look at when tourism kicks up, and I do believe we will be open for the height of tourism, definitely, without a doubt. I don't see we going longer than being prepared for the height of the tourism sector when it kicks in, and that will see the economy coming in with dollars.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
President, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm calling here from the village of Toa Hill, no?
Yes, go ahead.
Am I live on the air?
Yes, you're live on the air.
yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to call to big up, first of all, to big up the Minister Luda Aragon Jr., no? For his commitment and hard work and dedication to the people of Toa Hill. And to all the people of Orange Joab East.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Minister Luda Aragon. And over the course of the past few years, I can stand firm and say that Minister Aragon has never neglected the people of Toa Hill. He has always shown to be a true leader that always put his people first. When it comes to some of the works in the village, he has always been an integral part of everything that is done here. So, to date, I can actually say that through the hard work and commitment of the minister and along with the drive of a dynamic and dedicated village council, Tower Hill has been making progress and has been moving forward to a brighter future. But to be honest with you guys, there's no turning back for Tower Hill. We need to keep moving forward. And so far, just to point out a few of the things that has been done in the village, I just want to big up the minister because thanks to the minister and our UDP government, we also have a community center here in Tower Hill where the minister every year, he comes and he pays homage to the mothers on the Mother's Day programs, to the kids for the Christmas programs. And also we also host medical clinics here, both for adults and for children. Again, thanks to the minister, always being here for his people. We also have a garbage collection and disposal program here in Tower Hill, free of charge. And again, without the help of the minister, this couldn't be possible. He always is willing to help us out with a pickup truck to get these works done in the community. We also have a small playground for the children, which we constructed about a couple years ago, and at the moment we are doing some minor repair works on it. We also have a bus stop for the school children, which we are also doing some minor repairs and painting jobs on it, and thanks to the minister for donating the paint as well. So, like I've been saying, minister, big up yourself, man. People of Tower Hill have your back, and no matter what, call it when they call it, call elections when they call it, we will be there in full support of the champion of the East. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Minister,
Thank you, okay.
how comes you don't talk about these things?
No, because some of these things are small, and I think today, and I have to big up Roque because easy for being a chairman, and since Roque has been there, and I tell her under the UDP, our chairpersons have always been working hard for their community, and we have gotten a lot of things up. Lights have been put on the football field. He talked about the community center, the programs we do. There are a lot of little programs we do that sometimes are so much little things I don't remember, Cheke.
Yes.
But there are programs that we support in terms, he's talking about the outreach, community outreach program that we have where we assist and work with Ms. Lupeak in terms of trying to bring the doctors, they come in and reach out to the villages and help organize these things, because we know how important it is to bring about these people who can assist people in our communities. There's a lot of things to do, but I have to big up Roque, and of course this goes to all our committees in the villages, people who work for other people and expect nothing in return, and I have to big them up. Right now, I think we got some pictures. If we get later, we have to highlight these things when attack and big up Roque, because Roque and his team has been working diligently, and they basically refurbished totally the bus stop that he's spoken about. We assist them with paint, but they're the ones putting the manpower, all the work,
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Chucky, good morning, Carlos Marshall.
Yeah, Carlos, morning. What's up?
Morning to the minister.
Yeah,
I just want to ask the minister if we're going to hand a posito the Sugarcane Road, boy.
All right, all right. The guy must stand, he must get bad with them.
How do we stand right now?
Yes, well, thank you. Very much.
Yeah, all right, we have to look on it.
Yep,
Well, I could figure with the rains
that's part of your jurisdiction as well?
Yes, that area. We usually service it once a year through the project that they have for the cane farmers to fix the feeder roads. I have to find out and see to what extent and damage it is.
Well,
It's the problem right now. We don't have the public works equipment. The public works equipment is in the south, they tell me, and they said very soon I should get them. So once I get them, I could look at the area, maybe then go scrape. I know Santa Marta Road needs some scraping right now. We have to look at that because more than one person has called me on that. So definitely we have to look at that. But these are the things that we have to look at in terms of where public works can assist us during this period, right? But definitely these are areas that people are concerned about. But like I said, Checky, when we get to maybe when we come back maybe the next period here, we could discuss about and highlight the picture, because I want to big up the chairman, Roque, in Tower Hill. They're a small village, and sometimes chairmans have it tough because they don't get no revenue. They don't get no money. We said every week then they get money and they could do things. So it is in the collaboration that we do with him and others in the community that we are able to do things. And right now, they're really putting in a little work in terms of the playground and in terms of the community center. And so, that goes a long way to help in that village, But we could discuss about that and other things that I would like to highlight in terms of what is happening. But we could do that on the next segment. But
Okay.
I think we were on very important topics in terms of the treasury note and thing. And I
Yeah.
think all I would say is that I know that central bank is still working in terms of the nitty-gritty at this treasury note. So I don't have all the answers. I think people who might be interested in that can call central bank and find out what is the procedures or how can they apply for these things. But like I said, it is a innovative way to see how we can get U.S. currency here in Belize. And of course, you hear the opposition leader talk about this thing and that here have your own plan, etc. I think at the end of the day, people are confident that the United Democratic Party, this government, has been doing a tremendous job in terms of how we have managed this COVID situation, this pandemic, and I am sure that the people have the confidence that this government can move this economy forward in terms of moving us out of the COVID situation once that clears up and moving on to getting things back to normal and on track, and definitely I am confident that will be the case. Like I said, we are focused right now on how we can continue to manage as best as possible. Politics is important, but politics will have its day and time.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, I think our greatest concern lies with that of how we go about managing this country in terms of the safety of the people from here, the Belizeans, and how we begin to look at dealing with the economy to get it back up. And I think the United Democratic Party has proven itself in the past and will continue to do so. It will be no exception. I think the PUP is there saying that, then are the ones where they need for support because they know where to do with the economy. I'll tell you, they've had their turn, and it was a disaster. And I think we don't need to elaborate a lot on that. I think the people across this country know exactly who the PUP is, what they represent, and what they stand for.
On that note, Minister, we'll take a break. It's 27 minutes after 8 o'clock already. See how fast the time goes?
Time fly, Checky.
Yeah, folks, we take a break. Minister Aragon and Robert Checker Usher will be back. Also, we're live on the East Radio with our audio this morning. And for persons listening on the East Radio, you can call 302-2170. You can send your text messages at 600-5769, regular text or by WhatsApp. So we'll be back after these messages right here on Norte Television, Channel 10.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Well, we're not doing a parade with people behind me, right?
Our economy
We just wanna
benefits
go
when
around play
goods
music
and
with the
mobile
band and say,
services
"Salute
get to their
our graduation."
destination quickly.
Good.
When citizens are
Things
able to
happen.
travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carazal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Kaparbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, More for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
114.60 acres in Tiger Creek, Orange Walk, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares to Jaime Briceño and John Briceño, 827.848 square yards to John Briceño, 5.4 acres to John Briceño and Jaime Briceño, 20 acres in Progreso to John Briceño again, 6 acres in Progreso, the all of Progreso Valley.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. What you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you do it too?
No, man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
Sure, all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy.
A lot of people listen to it on the radio too.
Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. 90 minutes away from the lovely hour of 9. Minister, welcome back. We have been discussing national issues this morning, but we haven't been able to touch some of the development in the East.
Right.
And it continues, right?
Of course. Continue like before COVID, because COVID has disrupted a lot of stuff, and I think it has impacted everybody's lives, and I know that this COVID is affecting a lot of people. It affects the business, everybody. But I do think that it does affect a lot of the people who are less fortunate. I think those who catch and kill, those are the people who I think it has impacted even more so. And I say this because of course, government realizes that we needed to do something, and I think they brought about the relief in terms of the 150 every 2 weeks to assist those who are working.
That's still happening, right?
That's still happening. Of course, you have the food pantry that is still continuing, and I know they had to do some assessments and to see who needs it and who will continue getting it. Again, those are out of our hand as representatives, because that is being handled totally by human development and by the committees that have been set up to look at who will get these assistance. But of course, in everything, check, you have people who slip through the cracks, people who really need not to get it and things like that. And for me, those are the people who really they take one lick right now. And it is not easy, and that is why when we talk about the pantry program that I do and trying to reach out to people, it is these people I try to reach, because I know that they are in need. Easy, because our constituencies are large. And every time you do one thing like that, believe it or not, it would cost nearly $30,000.
Yeah, and that fund is not coming from government,
right?
It
From government. It comes from me. I have to find the money. Some of it comes directly from the money I got, and of course from people who assist me, and this is the way we have been able to do these things, and we continue to do it. Every now and then, you have Castro who send banana, and I try to give it out, to the villages and to anybody who wants it, because not everybody want banana, but some people use it for make them fry and use, and so whatever we get, I try to reach out to the public with it. But definitely, my office is open. And the office is there because some people reach really the book, and we try to see what we have there to assist them with. But like I said, it doesn't come without challenges, and it's not so easy. It's easy for us to talk about it, but to get it done is another thing. But I've always been there for the people, because I know what this has brought upon them in terms of the COVID. I know what that brings to the table in terms of the kind of where people have lost their jobs, especially those in the tourism sector, and that spill-off affects everybody, from the taxi man, you name it, everybody gets impacted upon, And so I know the challenges that exist out there, and we are trying our best to help with what we have. But I am optimistic that things will get better, and that is why we have the discussions about when the airport will open and all, because these discussions must be held. Sooner or later we must open, but it has to be balanced in terms of the health versus the economy and all these things. So, the creativeness and the innovation of the Prime Minister in looking on how we get the foreign currency notes here in the country to boost our economy and to have that supply so businesses can purchase internationally their goods. All of these things, I think, are discussions that have to be held, things that we must do, because at the end of the day, we want to get back to normal. We want to continue having a prosperous nation. But, nothing comes without challenges. You talk about the school uniforms today. I mean, we have challenges. People, they cry, oh, nobody from Melchor, they sell uniform here. But listen, we have Belizeans that can do it. We have to be innovative. So a lot of these things I know has impacted, and as a representative, I try to do my best to reach out and to assist people. And yes, we had plans. I had a number of plans that I wanted to execute. Some of these will still be done. Others have new challenges, but nevertheless, that will not stop the commitment and the dedication that we have to see a better ease for the residents of my constituency, And of course, I'd like to highlight, I think the caller this morning was the chairman from Tower Hill. He called, and of course we have done a lot for that village, and there's a lot more that I will do for that village before election come. We have been working on this for a long time, And I sure the villagers will be happy about the work that we will do for them. But I want to highlight, I don't know if Mr. Rahim could maybe put some of the pictures, but I wanted to highlight because despite COVID, and if anybody know Roque don't have no job right now, he's a tour guide.
Oh yes, Roque
down
tour guide.
The man of the work, and that not stop me from say, as the chairman, make I organize my committee and get out there and work. And right here you can see where he's working and fixing the bus stop that is there.
That the bus stop will go to Guinea Grass?
Yes, he's fixing that up.
Okay, what?
Then do cement work, patching and fixing up the window in terms of that. He came to me and asked me, say, Aragon, we want to get some work done, but I need some paint, etc. I said, no problem, my brother. You if your people ready, we're ready for support. And he's doing the work there in terms of finishing up that bus stop. So it looked nice, they fix it up with plastering it and fixing the edges and, finish that thing the way it's supposed to finish. And then he will be painting it over, So that is the work that he's doing at the bus stop with his people. And I think
that's the chairman right there?
No, that not Roque. That I think a villager that is there with him. But Roque is right there.
So the village people enjoying in and work along with the chairman?
Yes. He gets his committee to come out and a few people that come out and assist. And that is the work that they are doing there, And I feel good about that. And I must commend Roque because it's not easy for being a chairman. There's not a chairman in this country, whether PUP or UDB, could say, it's nice for being a chairman. A tough thing because they're not getting no resources that comes to them.
And people are expecting to get from them, right?
Still, etc. And so, I have to big up Roque. Roque is always there trying to look out, and it's not easy for look out for your villagers because sometimes they come. Way under. But I've always worked and partnered with him, so we try to get things done for that small village at Tower Hill, and like I said, I had plans, but hopefully that these plans can develop in terms of that. And apart from that, I know that the work that he has done, because he said, Aragon, I know the work right now, but at least I could try to do anything for my village, on the hand. So he's fixing the bus stop, and also he has been fixing the playground that is beside the community center. And this is the playground.
That is Tower Hill?
Yes, Tower Hill. So
Tower Hill look good, man.
Yes, and he fix up, and I think he put the sliders and stuff and make sure that they're well grounded so that people can't thief it. One of the problems we have with these things that they're easy for carry the slide. So I think he put cement and bolt it down and all these things, fix up the swing, fix up the seesaw, and so I'm trying to get some paint for him to kind of touch up these things and get it going. So it don't only work there in the village there.
You're going to tell it the chairman?
Yes, man. The man, they're right there, they work, so they do the cement work there. Get up the seesaw again and put it up and all these things and fix it up. So he's doing something good, and I really must commend him. He not sit back and say, as I know I do nothing because nothing happened for me. He's there working for his community, and I think it speaks volumes of him and getting some work done. And I am working closely with him because definitely I know some of the priorities for that village, and one of their priorities is land. Land has always been an issue. You hear a lot of people talk about land, but I know the real issue. Tower Hill can't expand nowhere, and even on Bearing Ground, they're so small, and so all the land around there, they got land there, but enough for them. And it has been a tough thing, but we are working on that to resolve some of those problems, and that will happen very, very soon with Roque. So, these are the kind of works that continue to be done on a day-to-day basis. I know, Checky, last week when we talked about the 2 holes, the 2 manholes.
Yeah, Mr. Bruyaka
I've been
last
pushing
week.
hard from last week, from when I left here, where I spoke to Public Works. I asked them to come and get the job done, but the truth is, they move too slow. Right?
Okay.
In terms that we have not been able to, they need materials and they have to get purchase price orders and all that. But we can't wait too long. So what I've done, I've spoken to Mr. Vega, who is building the Louisiana Government School, the new building, right?
Okay.
I think we could highlight some of those pictures right now too. But this is
that's the school grounds?
School. What is happening? Yes, right now I think yesterday they started the casting of the foundation floor of that building, And I think they worked up to late yesterday getting all that work done.
Heavy equipment,
yes,
man.
Of course, and and I will tell you that I have been visiting this site regularly, and what is happening is that the workers that are there, they're glad that they get a job, that the work has started. But apart from that, there's always the engineer from SIF that is there to ensure that building is being built to specifications that were contracted for. So we get
all the PCI
state-of-the-art building, one building that is what they call a resilient, environmentally stable and all of these things, you know.
So all the concrete are well tested?
Yes, man, everything. So, you know, they have an engineer that's there on that site every day. They ensure that they build it to the standard and specification that has been laid out on the contract. And so, you know, we're definitely going to get a wonderful building there. And yesterday they were building the foundation in terms of that.
Wow.
So the casting took place yesterday in terms of the foundation, and from there they began to move up. So that is work that is continuing. I feel very good of it because, one, it is employing a lot of our people, and I will tell you most of them people are from the Orange Rock East constituency.
Yep.
And every time I go there, I feel good that, you know, our people are benefiting from this. And of course, what it will mean for the long haul for the people in Orange Rock East, especially for the Louisiana Government School, where we'll have a spanking new building that will lend itself to, you know, hundreds of children will go through that building. You know, I feel feel very, very good to know that what this building will do for all our children in the East. So, you know, at a good site when you go there, you see these guys at work and the floor being cast and things. So I just wanted to highlight that the work continues in terms of this. And like I was telling you, you know, I also spoke to Mr. Laborio. I told him the two-man hole that, you know, Public Works will take one little long, and we can't wait because, you know, exactly how Mr. Buya said, somebody could walk and broke their foot or get hurt there. And it concerns me because, you know, that two-man hole we could get done. So they went out there and they're already building the cement slabs, so they will then go and just set the slabs now. So I'm hoping that by Monday, the latest, those slabs are up. I'm hoping that today we could get it there, but I know that they were tied up with this thing. But definitely that will happen, you know. So
thanks, Mr. Libo.
Yeah, man, and I'm glad, and you know, he no waste time for tell you, yeah, get it done, you know.
Yeah.
So
well, Minister, it's good that works are still going on. Any new development from the Sandy Field area?
Well, Sandy Field is there. I spoke to Mr. Pat, who is the contractor in terms of the design and the building of the bleachers, and he right now is working. I think they are building right now the top. Yeah. So
those are the first ones.
Yeah,
right?
These are the first pictures that we had at Sandy
So that
Field.
was before.
Yeah.
Then we will see after.
After, yeah. And I said we have a lot of work here. This has slowed down because of COVID. We haven't been able to get out the full work to be done, but we're going to get it very soon. Soon that will happen. Definitely this will happen without a doubt, you know. In terms of the bleachers, these are the bleachers that, like I said, we have started. The top piece right now, because the bottom is being worked upon, but the top piece is yet to be done, you know, and the two dugouts is left to also get done. So these are the works that are ongoing. I spoke to Mr. Pat and he said, you know what, because of the COVID, they had slowed down, but he'll kick up with the top. They are working on the top right now, as far as I know, in terms of trying to finish that and then put it up, bring it and put it up. So that is what is happening. And apart from that, we have had the lights. The lights were already purchased. I was out there, I think I told you last week, early last week I was out there along with BAL personnel because we have put 6 posts for us. They have to wire it. But we need to line up the football field because the football field, if anybody knows on the field, they're like only slant, right? So what we did, how we build the bleachers, we did that because we moved the goalpost them to line it up. And there's also a road in between the field and where the houses are. So we made Public Works basically dump White Mall, so we make that the official road that it is, you know.
Okay.
So all of this lineup have to happen. The posts will have to come in from BEL, but BEL were there looking at it, so I'm waiting for them to come so we could connect up the lights. And of course, we have the basketball court that I need to organize with our committee to go there and fix. And of course, we want to look at what we can do with the playground. So all of these things are coming together. Still, like I said, you know, we are just getting back into full swing, no?
Getting back into gear. Hello, good morning.
Is this Sugar City?
It is Sugar City Morning Show, sir. Welcome to the show.
Could I get on the show?
You're live on the show already, sir.
Okay.
Just lower the volume on your television, please. Yeah, just lower the volume on your television. All right, go ahead, sir. Hello? Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Okay. What I'm saying that who is responsible for price control because they need to get off their butt because prices rising and rising in the stores. I just bought a set of cement for $17.50 and now it's $18.50.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, Yes, we're listening. Yeah. So the prices are going.
The consumer can't stay in the office and dictate. They have to get out there and check these stores, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
They're
sir.
charging billions at this time, man.
Yeah.
Huh? That's why, you know what happened there?
All right,
that's why you can't start with them people when people go and shoot up them, man.
Yeah.
Huh? Because then you want to start against the justice.
Yeah, but we don't really have to
Well, we don't need to go there.
Yeah, but then the transfer every day, man, huh?
All right, the
Just
minister.
pick and know the thing on up, huh?
Yeah, the minister
But
will
then
respond.
can't see that, man. Nobody is trying, looking for us.
Yeah, the minister will respond, and I believe he will take that up to cabinet, minister.
Well, what I would want to say, Cheke, I think what the caller is saying is definitely true. I know that the price control people who work in that area, they are limited, but nevertheless they have to really be out there because they don't know if they not come out. You have to go into the stores, check and deal with people because you know that one sad thing for make people take advantage of the poor, especially the consumers, you know. And definitely I think that more has to be done. And I don't one thing, checking maybe you could do the research and make we get the phone numbers for them people.
Yes.
So that we could put it out here when we have one next show, you put it out here, this is the number, you're going to show, you know, call them people.
Yeah,
so people are informed that they know and that they could come out and check these things because I think we're working as Belizean with all Belizeans, but listen to me, at any day we have to have business ethics, you understand me? We shouldn't, you charge what you need for charge, but you can't overcharge people neither. I mean, especially during a time like this. And I do think that the price control have to come out and check because it's not only about price control, you know, it is about everything, quality control, all of these things. People will sell expired stuff, you name it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that has to be done, and I sympathize with the caller because definitely, man, I mean, prices do change, you know, check it. They will change because the acquisition costs and all of these things. But at the end of the day, I mean, sometimes it is abuse, you know. And I think that then people are responsible in terms of price control and all of that needs to be on top of their game, you know, because you have to monitor all the stores, etc., countrywide, and I think they know an easy job. And truly, I know say how a small team where I don't really know how much people in that office, but I think they need to get out and look at these things. And I hope that the minister responsible is listening to us. And of course, I could always bring this up in cabinet, but that nothing like the people who are directly responsible for this in terms of the people who work in these offices. So say, you know what? Make we take this week and make we travel the country. Make we go down to Joak or make we go to Dangriga, wherever, where we got them complaints and make we check up and do something about it. Because they have the authority to do so.
Yes, they do.
You know?
Yeah. Well, Minister, it has been an interesting morning. And your closing remarks, I think you say that the state of emergency is still on. Your closing remarks for today?
Well, my closing remark, Shaki, is that, you know, there's a lot to be done. I've always told people the work in this country will never end. No matter what we do now, tomorrow when you get up and come out there is always work, you know. And one of the greatest things we have to know is that the work not get done if we not come out and do it. The work will not get done if we don't want and have a desire to make it happen. You know, and I say this for everything in every facet of life that we live. I mean, we have people in government offices, we have people in private sector, you know. Things need to be done and we need to get it done. And sometimes nobody can do it for we if we don't get up and get it done ourselves. You know, and I think that a lot more can be achieved, a lot more if we find the time, if we get a commitment and dedication for say, make it happen today, we do it and we get it done. As opposed to sit back and expect others to do it or find excuses for the work not to be done. And I say this because, I mean, we discussed the two-man hole. You understand me? That could have been done a long time ago if we want to get it done, check in terms of maybe public works and that, because that's small work, you know. And I say this without reservation because I feel it. I am a person who would like to see things done and things. So, you know what? We are able to partner with the private sector and we can get it done. These are small things, so you know, important, right? They're important to a certain extent, but they're small things. But there are bigger things in this country. You have price control. Yes, we might have a lot of people out there, brother, but I could tell you, if then people step up and game, they could come out and do a great service to the nation in terms of supporting consumers out there. And in all facets of government, if our public servants do their best for trying to help people, we can do a far better job in serving the people of this nation. And not only in our government, but also in the private sector. There are a lot of people who can do a lot more things out there, a lot more things for their employers, etc., if they do that commitment and dedication. And I think that goes and lends itself to how we build this nation forward. It starts with us, start with foreigners, and that it starts with us in terms of how we set the pace. And I say that because of the example you brought up about the uniforms, right? Yes, it has created a challenge. Why? Because for years we have relied on people from Melchor, from Chetomal for do uniforms for students, Yeah. And we used to, we're going to Melchor, we buy with students because it's cheaper and that. But listen, right now COVID has forced us to say, what, we are not get it from Melchor again, we not get it from Chetomal, so what we do? It has created an opportunity now for people who want to do something. And I'm sure that people out there who are creative and innovative can get these things done for our people, I mean, you look at way back then, we used to have printing, you have to go at Chetomal and that. We have people right in this country where could do any kind of printing for you, on cup, on glass, on shirts, you name it, they can get it done. And it, to me, Belizeans, we have a lot of power in terms of what we can do. I look at a lot of people who start in the business and are entrepreneurs and stuff like that. I admire them people. Why? Because they don't have one job, but they can find one way and means to get things done. And I know say these things are easy because sometimes these things are far easier said than done. But I truly believe that we can get a lot of things done, Check, if we put our backs together and shoulders together and work together for achieve the greater good for our nation. I think that is possible. I have confidence that things will be better. But of course, we are going through a tough time here. It's not only happening in Belize. This is something that's happening across the globe. The great United States, you have Trump, they cry and bawl like I hear, and they look for open economy, because of the situation that it has presented itself. Caribbean countries across are going through the same thing. Countries within our region are facing the same dilemma. I think that
Mexico lose 100 million.
Not a lot. So Chetomal the ball, not only because of COVID, but because of the money is not going from Belize to there. Right. So I am saying that a lot can be done. I have faith and confidence in the Belizean people. We are as resilient people and nation. And I'm sure that with the leadership of government, which is not easy, it's easier to criticize, it's easier to come up and say this and that. So when I listen to the leader of opposition, I hear they think about carry this a quote and that. They don't alone about politics. They need to look at what is in the best interest of this country. And I will tell you, it's not easy to govern. It's a tough business. Our economy is not the kind of economy where we're overstrong and this and that. We have an economy that is dependent on foreign exports and all of these things, and so we have to shift that. But these things take time, and I think that the government definitely is working to ensure that we overcome the COVID and then move our economy back. And I'm confident because we live in a country, Checky, I've always told people, a country that we only got about 400,000 people in this country right now. And so there's great opportunity and potential to move this to greater heights. And we can do it. But right now we are in this COVID scenario. I think that we have to look to our brothers and sisters to see what we can do. This has impacted us tremendously, so there's a lot of things that should have been done or would have gotten done that might not get done again. But nevertheless, we have to continue and carry on. We can't sit back and say, well, I don't got no job, so I sit down home and cry. We have to see what we do. We got to move and see what we can do. Just like when we need to see when people come for help, we have to see what we can do for them. We not might could help them with the financial help that they need, but maybe we could help them with something else, And this is the kind of thing that I continue to look at, because I do believe that the amount of work and things that can be done is out there. Every morning you get up, there are things that we can do, somebody we can help, something we could look upon to improve the lives. And just like the chairman at our hill, he no got no job, Rocky, and my body Rocky no got no job right now, Checky. He got to sit down and say, I know they do nothing for nobody after I no got nothing. But he decides, what, since I no got lead time, I got lead time now because I know the work, make I go out there and do something.
Yeah.
And that is very commendable, and I have to big up for that because he's getting something done. Right, and it's doing it because his dedication to the community that he serves. But likewise, in our own personal lives, there are things that we can do. Let us try to do it, and I am confident that yes, we know the answers are not out there. The discussions have to be held in all realms in terms of when we open up the PGIA, how we are carrying. But I'm confident that the people out there, the stakeholders, the people from the NOC, people from the task force, the government, the opposition, everybody can come together and lend itself so that we move this thing together. Because that's the only way we are move forward, Jackie. And so, I just want to close by saying that and to tell people, listen, when you think we have it bad, there are people worse off than us. And you can see that on our daily lives and the people we interact with out there. You could see that. And I'm saying that we have to look at what we have and move with that.
Well, thanks, Minister. I hope to have you back next week again.
Next week I'll be here, Chicks.
And one more thing.
Happy birthday to you in advance, my brother. I got that tomorrow, and we know. I know my see you tomorrow. You know? So.
But one thing I will ask you to do quick to send out a word of encouragement to the graduates of 2020.
Of course, and not only that, but to them is Sunday graduate too.
Okay, you say?
From Bishop Martin High, and I would just want to tell everybody who's graduating, you know what? I got the graduation that will be remembered more than any other graduation, because this is a graduation, they walk up, I think, and they with a mask and things, and maybe there's no big bashment and things, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that your graduation will be remembered. You'll remember your graduation, especially because of COVID. And I think everybody in this time that is graduating will remember that, and that will be memorable for you. But more importantly, you have to look to the future. That right now, the first step from high school, that is the biggest step you have made, and from here it's sixth form and on to for those who are going on. And I said the world is your oyster. You make it what you want. And I just want to congratulate everybody who's going to graduate today and over the next month, because I know you have other schools, whether you drive by, whether you can't graduation now, or now a photo shoot graduation, or you have full graduations. I don't know, because the band, it's gone up to 100 people right now. And we don't know what happened, but no matter what, we are proud of you as young Belizeans, and we are glad that you have gotten your education and you will get your associate's degree or your diploma or whatever you will get during this period. We just want to thank you all and congratulate you, and we are proud of you.
Thanks, Minister. Folks, this show repeats at 8 o'clock tonight right here on North Television Channel 10. Also tomorrow morning at 10 we have a repeat of show as well. We have the repeat of the Channel 7 news today at 12, the hot news at 6 o'clock today. You can tune in to Youth Connection Band page today, Facebook page. We have a live virtual concert, and it's a birthday bash.
A cheeky birthday bash?
No. Yeah, this one is for a special person, but it's a surprise for that person as well.
All right, well, that's good.
You all can tune in as well, We'll be live from 6 until 8 on the Youth Connection Band page. So, Minister, thanks again.
Sure, man.
Rahim, thanks. Mr. Patron, thanks for all the support all the time, and everyone who call and text, everyone who tune into the East Radio. We will see you on Monday morning. Have yourself a wonderful day, and keep it locked into North Television Channel 10.
City Morning Show.